The solar system is vast, beautiful, and full of mysteries. We often see illustrations where the planets line up neatly as if they are only a short distance apart. But how big is our solar system really? And how do the planets compare to the Sun? In this journey, let's imagine the Sun scaled down to something we can hold and measure. By doing this, we'll walk outward through the solar system and experience the immensity of space. Prepare yourself, because once we start this walk, you might realize just how small and fragile our world really is. Mercury, let's begin with Mercury, the innermost planet. In this scaled model, Mercury is just a tiny speck, orbiting 38 feet away from our Sun. Standing this close, it takes the full blast of solar radiation. With almost no atmosphere to protect it, Mercury's surface can swing from scorching daytime highs, hot enough to melt lead, to freezing nighttime lows, colder than Antarctica. It's a world of extremes clinging to existence beside its parent star, Venus. A little farther out we meet Venus. Only slightly smaller than Earth, Venus is often called our sister planet. Yet it is anything but hospitable. Its thick carbon dioxide atmosphere creates a runaway greenhouse effect, trapping heat so efficiently that its surface is hot enough to melt metal. The air pressure there would crush you instantly, and clouds of sulfuric acid drift through its skies. From our vantage point, Venus is just another small dot, but one that hides a suffocating world of fire. Beneath its pale yellow clouds, Earth, now here we are, our home Earth, only a little bigger than Venus Earth, sits in the narrow habitable zone, the so-called Goldilocks region, where temperatures allow liquid water to flow. This is the sweet spot, neither too hot nor too cold. Life thrives here because of this delicate balance. Looking back at the Sun, we see how close Venus and Mercury are. Looking outward, we know Mars is next. In this cosmic neighbourhood, Earth is the lucky one, small, fragile, but alive. Mars, and here is Mars, the red planet, smaller than Earth, colder, and with a thin atmosphere that offers little protection. Mars is a stark desert world. Dust storms sweep across its surface, sometimes engulfing the entire planet. Yet Mars continues to fascinate us. It holds frozen water at its poles, ancient riverbeds carved long ago, and perhaps, just perhaps, the evidence of past life. In our scaled walk, Mars feels far from Earth, but in reality it is still just next door compared to what lies ahead. Past Mars, the distances begin to stretch. We now reach the Asteroid Belt, a region littered with millions of rocks and fragments, leftovers from the birth of the solar system. These bodies range from dust grains to mountain-sized boulders. To walk through this belt, in our scale, we'd travel another 100 feet or more, imagining countless invisible stones floating all around. Here we find Ceres, the first of the dwarf planets. Though tiny compared to Earth, Ceres is big enough to pull itself into a round shape. It may even harbour salty water deep beneath its surface. Once considered just another asteroid, Ceres is now recognised as a world in its own right, a hidden gem within a sea of debris. The asteroid belt is more than just a graveyard of rock. It's a reminder of what could have been. Perhaps it is the remains of a planet that never formed, and if one of these objects ever strayed toward Earth, it could change life forever. Jupiter, beyond the asteroid belt, the solar system's scale truly unfolds. At this distance we encounter Jupiter, the largest of all planets. Yet even Jupiter, massive as it is still a mere dot compared to the Sun. Jupiter is often called the solar system's vacuum cleaner. Its immense gravity draws in or deflects comets and asteroids that might otherwise strike Earth. Without it, life here might never have had the chance to flourish. Its atmosphere, filled with violent storms, hosts the Great Red Spot, a hurricane larger than our entire planet. Jupiter is more than a planet. It is a guardian. Saturn, Next is Saturn, famous for its breathtaking rings. From afar, Saturn is smaller than Jupiter, but its rings make it one of the most striking objects in the solar system. These delicate bands are only a few dozen meters thick, yet they stretch across hundreds of thousands of kilometers. They shimmer like cosmic silk, fragile and beautiful. Imagine standing here nearly 939 feet from our scaled sun and realizing that even such a magnificent world is still overshadowed by the star at the center. Uranus farther, still at nearly 1/900 feet away, we meet Uranus. Often overlooked, this pale blue world is unique because it spins on its side. Its axis tilts so extremely that its poles take turns pointing almost directly at the sun. Seasons here last decades. Though we call Uranus a giant, it too seems modest compared to the sun, but its odd tilt makes it one of the strangest planets in our system. Neptune. At last we reach Neptune over 2,900 feet from our sun in this walk. Dark blue and distant Neptune is battered by supersonic winds, the fastest recorded in the solar system. It is a frozen world of storms locked in eternal twilight. Looking back now, the sun is just a small glow in the distance. And yet we are not even at the edge. The journey has only begun. Beyond Neptune lies the Kuiper Belt, a vast ring of icy bodies stretching thousands of feet in our scaled walk. Here sunlight is weak, more like a faint star than a blazing fire. Pluto. This is where we find Pluto, once the 9th planet. In truth, Pluto is smaller than our moon, yet it is still one of the largest objects in the Kuiper Belt. Its surface is covered in nitrogen ice, with mountains of frozen water rising like crystal peaks. Once hailed as a planet, Pluto is now the dethroned king, a reminder of how our understanding evolves. Haumea travelling deeper, we encounter Haumea, a dwarf planet stretched into an oval shape, spinning so quickly that it is distorted. Haumea has rings of its own, an unexpected feature for such a small world, yet in scale, it is no larger than a grain of sand against our sun. Make next comes make another icy dwarf, its surface reflecting sunlight with a reddish hue. Though fascinating, it is inhospitable, a frozen desert with no atmosphere to shield it. Eris. Finally, we reach Eris farther out than Pluto, larger than both Haumea and Make. Eris is cold, dark and distant, orbiting 68 times farther from the sun than Earth. If Pluto is a dethroned king, Eris is the silent sentinel standing guard at the edge of the known solar system. As we walk this far, the sun has shrunk to a pinprick of light. Around us, the universe feels infinite, and the scale of our own neighbourhood becomes almost incomprehensible. And here we stop at the limits of what we officially call our solar system. Yet even now we've only scratched the surface. Beyond Eris lies the Oort cloud, a sphere of icy bodies that may extend halfway to the next star. Out there, the solar system dissolves into interstellar space, and the sun becomes just another star among billions. So what have we discovered on this walk? That planets, though immense compared to us, are tiny against the sun. That the distances between them are so vast, it's almost impossible to picture. And that beyond what we know, mysteries still wait in the darkness. This is our home, our solar system. A fragile collection of worlds circling a single star adrift in a galaxy full of countless others. And the question for you is this: if our place is so small, what else might be waiting out there? Let's continue this journey together. Subscribe and we'll explore not only the solar system, but the galaxies beyond, one step at a time.